By blood, not by federal recognition. Acknowledge. To admit or to show one's knowledge. What is federal acknowledgment? When the department acknowledges an Indian tribe, it is acknowledging that an inherent sovereign continues to exist. The department is not granting sovereign status or powers to the tribe, nor creating a tribe made up of Indian descendants. Under the department's regulations, in order to meet this standard, petitioning groups must demonstrate that they meet each 7 mandatory criteria. The petitioner must demonstrate that it has been identified as an American Indian entity on a substantially continuous basis since 1900. Show that a predominant portion of the petitioning group comprises a district community and has existed as a community from historical times until the present. Demonstrate that it has maintained political influence or authority over its members as an autonomous entity from historical times until the present. Provide a copy of the group's present governing document, including its membership criteria. Demonstrate that its membership consists of individuals who descend from the historical Indian tribe or from historical Indian tribes that combined and functioned as a single autonomous political entity, and provide a current membership list. Show that the membership of the petitioning group is comprised of persons who are not members of any acknowledged North American Indian tribe, and demonstrate that neither the petitioner nor its members are the subject of congressional legislation that has expressly terminated or forbidden the federal relationship. The department believes that the acknowledgment of the existence of an Indian tribe is a serious decision for the federal government. It is of the utmost importance that thorough and deliberate evaluations occur before the department acknowledges a group's tribal status, carries significant immunities and privileges, or denies a group federal acknowledgment as an Indian tribe. Recognize. Resume possession of land. What is federal recognition? First, when they are extended federal recognition, they can establish tribal governments that possess a measure of sovereignty. Non-recognized tribes can form tribal organizations but lack sovereign powers. Second, federally recognized tribes can have their reservation lands placed in trust. This means that their land is protected by the federal government from being purchased or taken by non-Indians. If the tribe is not federally recognized, it can own land as a corporate entity, but the federal government will not put these lands into trust for the tribe. Thus, federally recognized tribes also have what is called a trust relationship with the government. This means that the federal authorities will protect their sovereign status, their lands and tribal property, and their rights as members of domestic dependent nations. While tribes are not federally recognized, do not enjoy sovereign powers or a trust relationship with the government, many still possess tribal structures and maintain tribal traditions. Federally recognized tribes are those Indian groups that the United States acknowledges to be domestic dependent nations that have a right to tribal self-government in regard to their internal affairs. It is something like the divided sovereignty that the state possess in relation to the federal government, although there are many differences. Federal recognition of the Indian tribes is also similar to the diplomatic recognition that the United States extends to foreign nations. When a tribe is recognized, it has the right to establish a tribal government and enter into agreements with the federal government in much the same way that the federal government makes agreements with Canada and Mexico. However, because they are defined as a domestic dependent nation, Indian tribes may not make treaties or agreements with any other country except the United States. As of February 2020, 574 Indian tribes were legally recognized by the BIA of the U.S. Of these, 231 are located in Alaska. Can the captors of your family land also be its protector?